So I just finished watching a movie called Companion at the movie theaters. This was written and directed by Drew Hancock. This is a man who is making his feature debut as a director. He's known for a whole bunch of writing credits. He did Black Mirror a couple of episodes. And he's also known as the writer of Fred 3 Camp Fred. You heard me. So we follow a young couple played by Sophie, Thatcher, and Jack Quaid, who are going on a weekend getaway to a remote cabin-esque location at a lake. And it turns bloody and violent when one of these two goes absolutely batshit insane, starts killing the owner of the cabin. And if it sounds like I'm being vague when it comes to this plot, good. Because I walked into this theater and I watched Companion watching no trailers. I saw the little clips. I think I saw the teaser trailer when this movie was first announced, and I was like, okay, this movie looks interesting. One of the executive producers is Zack, who brought you Barbarian a couple of years ago, which is another f***ed up scary movie. And to a certain extent, Companion is about equal levels of f***ed up. But you know what the great thing about this movie was? It's not even necessarily like it's pinning down to one specific genre. It's got elements of classic body horror in there. It's got elements of the mysterious psychological thriller. It's got elements of comedy in there, which was super refreshing. And even more so refreshing is it's got those sweet little elements of romance attached to it. Because our two leads are extremely believable with one another. I bought their chemistry. Sophie Thatcher is an actress who I feel like is going to go places. I remember her performance in Heretic, and I remember her being so emboldened by her situation. And it was very easy to root for her. Not to mention, her as a performer is just dynamite. And let me just say, she is even better here. The range that she gets to explore with the material that she has, it could very easily be a very boring, monotonous performance in some cases. But she is the emotional heartbeat of Companion. And she is the hero. She is the one you're following. And it's almost a tragic backstory that she has. Doesn't really have a whole lot of memories about her past. But I think she sold every single bit of what she was given. Jack Quaid as well. I mean, I know a lot of people love Jack Quaid for his performance on The Boys. I think he's really finding an archetype for him as the likable romantic hunk who doesn't turn out to be exactly as likable as he is when you first meet him. And him as Josh is another character like that. Especially while the first act is going on and you're meeting his group of friends at this cabin, you don't really necessarily know what's happening. But then there's a moment where the movie just switches. In high school, I had an English teacher who turned out to be the keynote speaker for my graduating class. And she, when we were talking about books like The Great Gatsby, Scarlet Letter, I don't really remember what else we were reading. But while we were analyzing those novels, there were what she would dub whoa baby moments. And these are basically defined as the moments in the writing where you just get this gigantic reveal. And it's like, mic drop, you don't need to hear anything else. Whoa baby. That was what she said. And I could almost hear that little voice in my head from when I was learning about all these novels when a certain moment hits in this movie, which I'm so happy was not spoiled for me. Because apparently when the final trailer came out, New Line Cinema gave away this twist. And what a stupid move that is. Like, yeah, okay, this new trailer is selling basically the whole gimmick of what the movie is. I really wish that New Line Cinema just didn't show us their cards. At least until the movie was released. Like, you could have waited a little bit longer. But after that moment hits, and it was a big moment for me, where I was audibly I was sitting there and I was like, whoa, what? And the script is just so genius in how it puts together every single little piece that you heard before that. And all of a sudden, like, I can't wait to rewatch this movie because a lot of that dialogue at the beginning, it's going to make a lot more sense on a rewatch. And I feel like Companion is going to be one of those phenomenal cult favorite horror movies like The Sixth Sense in a way, where I feel like it's only going to get better the more and more I revisit it. Because I really did love this movie. I think it has a lot of phenomenal elements of not just the horror genre that it's kind of sitting in with the public eye. The script is smart, it's unique, it's funny, it's got some really sweet romantic moments thrown in there. Without spoiling anything also, I love the nickname that Jack Quaid gives Sophie Thatcher's character, Iris. He calls her Beep Boop. Like, that's adorable, man. But once that little baby moment hits, I mean, yeah, that name takes on a whole different deranged context. Actually, yeah, I mean, without spoiling anything, Jack Quaid as Josh is kind of a sick isn't he? But yeah, I mean, really solid direction. The editing choices, I think, are really solid. You have the soundtrack as well. The music choices in here are stellar. Drew Hancock, I think, is a director to keep your eyes on. I can't wait to see what this guy does next. I will say that if I'm nitpicking a little bit, some of the writing and some of the stuff, especially towards the third act, I felt like could get a little bit repetitive, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I get what you're going with here. And yeah, I think on a first watch, the first act seemed like it was a bit slower paced compared to everything else. But I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm just looking for stuff to nitpick at this point. I loved Companion. I think this is, even though it came out on January 31st, and this review is coming out way later than I'm sure most of you are expecting from me, this is, I think, without a doubt, the best January release I've ever covered on this channel. Drew Hancock is a director to keep your eye on. Sophie Thatcher is a star on the rise. Jack Quaid once again turns in a very likable, sleazy performance. Good direction. The movie absolutely flies by as well. It's only about an hour, 40 minutes or something like that. I cannot recommend enough that you guys go to the theater and watch Companion. I'm going to give Companion a solid A. I only have one request if you choose to go to the theater. Just go off of this review. Please, please, please do not go watch the trailer. Even though I'm going to put in little clips of the trailer here and there in this video, do not go watch the trailer itself just so you guys can watch it. Just go to the theater and enjoy the ride. And let me know what you thought of Companion if you guys have seen it already. What did you guys think of the twist? And what are some of your favorite whoa baby moments in cinema? Lots that we can discuss over here and then some, guys. Hit that subscribe button and tap on that thumbs up as well. We are inching so close to that 2,000 subscriber mark. I have a very special surprise in store for you guys once I hit that 2,000 mark, but I can't reveal what it is until you guys help me get there. And I can't wait to reveal what that is with you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much again for your continued support. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.